What's up guys, and welcome back to Empire Total War, where the keen-eyed amongst you have probably already noticed there's a bit of a problem kind of occurred right in front of us. Rome is no longer as big as it was when we left last week, and that's because I had to restart. It just one episode, and the game's just like no. So I booted up the game today, thinking, you know, I'll just put on Empire Total War, I'll get a nice hour's worth of gameplay out of this. And, well, this happened. Oh, yeah, so basically, just the game decides whenever I try and load that previous save to just crash immediately. That's it. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to get that to work. Nothing seemed to fix it. So, basically, that episode last week, it's basically a preconception of what's going to happen this week. So, effectively, we're going to go and we're going to take Tripoli and we're going to take Tunisia, or at least that's the plan, and we're going to build Rome to become absolutely massive. So, basically, yeah, we're just going to do exactly what we did last week, unless we do something different. I mean, we are at war with the Barbary States, so it would make sense to go and attack them, but we did that last time, and I mean, we already know that they're pretty crap, so they're pretty much easy to take. So, we could potentially do something different. And, well, if you remember back to last week, Naples was, after a few turns, completely undefended. So, we could potentially just do what we did last time and just look at building troops. And then, at some point, go and take Naples. The only issue with that is I'm pretty sure, in terms of politics, is probably not going to go down too well amongst the other Italian states. Where is the papal, or where is it? Two Sicilies, Kingdom of Two Sicilies. There we are. We are trade partners with them, but they have no allies. So actually, that's all right then. Yeah, all right. That's my mind made up. They have no allies, so we could just go and take them and not have to worry about anybody. I kind of assumed that everyone in Italy would just be allied with each other. Apparently not. So anyway, right. What are we going to do? We're just going to build all this again, because we did that last time and it seemed to work for us. Build the Vatican. Nah, not that. We want the Opera House. Get the Opera House. There we go. We won't build the walls quite yet. And we shall just recruit some cardinals and a bunch of, probably not pikemen, regulars, militia, some dragoons, gendarmerie cavalry. And, yeah, let's get some cannons as well, shall we? And some more cardinals, because, you know, those cardinals. Right, okay, that does not match the image. What's going on with his hat? He's got a much better hat in that image than in his actual person. Anyway, I was going to say that little image just makes him look like the Spanish Inquisition, and nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. So, you know, that could be a pretty powerful move if we have a bunch of cardinals, just an army of cardinals. Just an army of the Spanish Inquisition just rock up and decide to just come bashing your door down. Right, okay, so I think we've spent all of our money. We can, actually, we'll just research technology before we move on, because I think there is only one technology we can actually research, which is the puddling furnace. So we'll get that researched. Do we have any gentlemen? We do have a gentleman. There you, sir. There you are. Big Vittori Algarotti. We shall send you into our location here so that you can help. Yeah, eight turns now. It takes 2 turns off of it. Absolute win. Okay, so he shall help there, and I shall send the spy down to Naples to investigate. And their army is basically non-existent. A couple of militia, a couple of dragoons, or a bit dragoons, some generals' bodyguards, and big Adamo Vavoso defending. So it shouldn't be too difficult to go and take that, even with the ridiculous amount of town guard that they have. Right, anyway, end turn. And we shall just continue building the city and the army back to where it was and where it should be after that. And hopefully, after this episode, when I come back to this in a week's time, it's not just going to do the same thing. But I don't hold out much hope, given that it is Empire Total War. And we have learned from experience that Empire Total War just does what it wants to do. Anyway, a bit like Napoleon here. Big Napoleon has decided that he wants a trade agreement. He's also going to give us some money, so apparently he's allied with the Scots. Good man. Anyway, right, let's take that. Let's get us some money. Not that we really need it. We're making an absolute mint as it is. Oh, Now big Ferdinand IV has turned up, and that is one hell of a freaky smile he's got on the go. Anyway, he's offering even more, but he does want an alliance. Do I want to be an ally with? Well, actually, it's Kingdom of Two Sicilies. Yeah, sure. Let's be an ally with you. Take your money, and then stab you in the back. You know, as they do. It's basically how I play these games. Just, I mean, to be fair, after the, I thought that was just me. I thought I was just like an absolute arsehole when it came to playing these games, that I would just rock up, say I'm an ally with somebody, get some military access, wander in, and then take their city. But apparently, having played Shogun 2 for a bit, for about 3 hours, before, we won't talk about where that ended up, so just not go there. But yes, it turns out everybody in that game decides to do the same as I did and just become allies with you, and then just turn up and stab you in the back a bit later. Anyway, we have recruited ourselves. No, we haven't. Big Corrado has completed his mission, which he did last turn. We already knew about that. Poland and Denmark fallen out. Denmark and Norway have fallen out. Yeah, apparently Denmark just not in a great mood with anybody. Anyway, a lot of wars being declared. Who cares? Right, so we can build our walls as well. Let's just do that. Right, and continue recruiting stuffs. There we go. Right, well that's that done. End turn. Nice short turns these days. Unlike Rome 2 and Attila, where you've got like just billions of things you need to do before you can end turn. Empire is just simple. Build troops, build your cities, end turn. That's it. Make sure you're doing some form of research. Nice and simple. You would think it wouldn't crash as often then, eh? Alright, now Great Britain and Portugal have fallen out. Apparently he's successfully completed his mission again. The guy's just so good, he's completed his mission 3 times. Anyway, Sweden and Norway falling out with each other. Spain and Britain everybody's just declaring war on each other. It's a whole heap of mess down there. Right, what's our agent down here able to do? Anything? You can try and sabotage something. A 48% chance of blowing up the Opera House. It's not too bad. How about... you know what, you're just going to go for it. Alright, okay, you got detected, wonderful. Right, just pop yourself back in there, son. Gets chased out of town, immediately turns around and walks back in again. Anyway, we can continue recruiting. Let's get some more cardinals, shall we? Send in the Spanish Inquisition. And yeah, that'll hopefully fill up our army. How much have we got left to go? About 7. 8 units? 8 units. We also got 2 generals. Anyway. Right, how's our research coming along? Should only be at, like, what, 6 turns now, I think. Still 8 turns. What is this? What is this? It was 8 turns 2 turns ago. Absolute nonsense. This boy, what's his name? You've done the complete opposite of what I sent you to do there. Big Vitor. I sent you there to get rid of turns, which you apparently did, but then just nothing's happened since you've turned up anyway. Ah well. We'll get there eventually. Right, let's just end turn again. Even though we've got a ton of money, we can just end turn now and keep making more. I think we should be a couple of turns and we'll have most of our city will be built up, and then we'll be able to recruit even more interesting units. Alright, there we go. We built a barracks. Apparently this guy's completed his mission again. They've recruited a few more people down here. Yeah, they've got quite a few. They are just line infantry, there's nothing much. They do have some drummers though, which is a bit worrying. Yeah, I think what they'll do is they'll build up. They won't suspect us, they'll build up and then they'll clear off like they did last time. And then we'll be able to just wander in and hopefully take it without too much resistance. Yes, I think we'll just... have we come... Oh! Praise the Lords! We've finally gone down a turn. So effectively it just lied to us. It said... It went from 10 down to 8. And then just stayed at 10, but just kept showing 8. Anyway, it is now down to 7. So 7 more turns and we get that technology. We'll end turn again. Actually, I completely forgot. We do need to have a look to see if there's any potential trade routes we could open up. Because I completely forgot to do that right at the start. We do have one now with France, which is quite good, but we could potentially do a couple more. Remind me next turn to have a look. Not sure how that's going to work, but we'll go with it. Oh! Speak of trade agreements, big Friedrich Wilhelm II has decided to come up and offer us a trade agreement. He is only offering us $690 like coins for it as well. All right, so this is Future Stew here, and that clearly says 490, not 690, 400. 400. Right, now apologies for past stew, old stews. Just complete idiocy there. Anyway, continuing on with the episode. You're a bit, I don't know, that's a bit tight, mate. A little bit tight. How about payments? You give us, not 23,000, 2,500, 23,000. If you paid that, that'd be ridiculous, but I don't think there's any chance in hell that they would ever give us 23,000 coins. Right, let's see if it gives us that. Nope, apparently it gives us military access. In what world is money equal to military access? I have no need for military access into Prussia. You are the opposite side of Europe to me. I have, and to be fair, even if I did have military access into Prussia, where would I be going? I have no interest in making like a 7-turn pilgrimage through Prussia to Russia. That's just not even on the cards, mate. Let's see if you'll take 2,000. Now back to the 490. Right, okay. You know what? You can give us 400, but you can do it for 5 turns. Alright, you know what? Fine, I'll take it. Get the trade. Well, that was a waste of time, but we got there in the end, so anyway. I do love how the Moroccan flag is just red. Like, I know it was that little golden sort of... Oh, okay, right, well, it's changed at the wrong time there. It does have a little sort of golden ribbon around it, but it's basically the Ottoman flag without the little crescent moons. It's just a red flag. Alright, okay, apparently Poland and Lithuania want a military alliance. They are offering us something... Nah, I'm not interested. I am not interested, because you will pull me into a war that I do not want to be in. And to be honest, if you think that we're going to help you, you're sorely mistaken. Yeah, see the Moroccan flag? It's just a red square. Somebody just go, we need a flag. Right, well I've got this beach towel we can have. Right, that'll do. It's a bit frilly around the outsides, but you know, it'll do. Oh, it's happened again. Britain and Scotland have declared war, and guess what? Britain were the ones to instigate it. Seen that happen before. Anyway, right, so we have a decent amount of money. Right, trade agreements, that was what I was going to do. Let's just get that on the go first. Right, apparently we have no trade routes. Oh, we can get one with Venice. Let's get that, because we've got a nice wee land border. There we go, got ourselves a trade agreement with them. Anybody else? I don't think we can trade with anyone else, because they've all, yeah. We've used up all of our potential trade routes. Right, let's see, let's just go and blow up their opera house. Nice, good one. Right, okay, so that's going to cause a bit of chaos down there. We do have now almost a full army. Let's build some roads. And yes, we can take this army and we could actually merge it with... Okay, we'll bring these guys over here. And then we shall take... Why have we got so many generals? What is this nonsense? Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's just merge you into there. And then we shall take... Let's just take another general as well. Stick you in there. Mate, I told you to go in this army, not into the winery. Right, anyway. Into there. Good. So... Maybe one more turn, and then we'll head down, declare war on them, take that, hopefully, and all things shall hopefully go well. And then we shall be sorted. Let's get some drummers. Oh, what? My agent's been killed. Oh, well, he's not going to be successfully completing any missions anymore. I don't even know what happened there. Just died, apparently. He completed his mission of destroying the observatory, but he obviously died in the process. Anyway, we have our army. Bring them down here. So, what have they got? They have these guys down here, miles away. They have this sort of slightly sizable army inside the city. Got some cannons. They do have some drummers, a bit of cavalry. And then the rest of it is just made up of plebs with swords. Or guns, probably. Yeah, they should be pretty easy pickings, but it will mean that it's a relatively level in terms of numbers, but we should have an advantage when it comes to the ability of our troops. But we do have this backup army up here with our like 3 generals and some more drummers that we could send down to assist if we need to. So let's actually hang on, just quickly double check that they haven't made any allies in the meantime that we could potentially fall out with. Oh no, apparently their only allies are us. Right, okay, so let's declare war on them. It's we don't need Spain. We don't need Spain. On you go. There we go. Right, our alliance is broken, we've fallen out with each other, we're now at war, and we're about, well, it's 50-50. They do have 2,184 men, we have 2,343 men. Not a significant amount less, but still enough to be a bit worrying. Anyway, let's just maintain that, and we'll just bring our second army down. I mean, that really didn't help as much as I thought it would. It did add us 700 men, so we've now got over 3,000. They've still got just over 2,000, yet the game's still just thinking it's only about not even a 70% chance, it's like 60. Right, let's see what happens if I use the other army. That makes absolutely no difference. Alright, we'll just all resolve it. We do win, we kill everybody, we only lose 568 in the end, which is not that big. Right, we shall send these guys back into Rome, defend that, there we go, absolutely perfect, and we have nipples, wonderful. Right, okay, so we do have, oh, they've cleared off. Wait, is that ended the papal, the Sicilians? It has actually ended them. Excellent. Oh well, I thought they had like another, I thought they had another city down here, but apparently not. It's just a port. And a couple of fields. It's going to cost us 700 to fix the opera house that we blew up. Well, apparently southern Italy is having a fit. They're all on strike. Absolutely wonderful. Oh no! Ah. Ah dear. Ah well, it looks like the British have had their way with good old Queen Mary, and yeah, that's the end of the Scots. Oh well, we'll avenge them hopefully at some point. Yes, continuing on with what we were doing, we've finished some construction. We do still have this building to fix. We're not making much money at all at the moment, only 3,000. Trade income's come down even further! Now the bloody Ottomans and Sardinia are all blockaded. Who's blockaded? How are we blockaded with Sardinia? Bloody Barbary states! Let's get some cavalry here. Get you marched down there, lad. Right, you're gonna kick these bastards out of our port, blockading all of our trade that we just got. Right, we should probably then start building some ships, given the fact that we have none. Right, so public order here, not great. It's been better. Minus 18. Not the best, but it is what it is. We're taxing the hell out of them. Actually, you know what? You know what? I don't care for your strikes. Start taxing you even more. There we go. So public order is now down to minus 24 down here, but we should be making a ton more money now. Yeah, there we go, 5,000 per turn. And to be honest, if they rebel, we'll just kill them all. Oh, they've left our port anyway. Oh well. They did just get absolutely done in by the French as well. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. They were inside our port, just blockading our trade. Then they left, and with 2 ships decided to go and take on a French fleet of 4, and immediately got done in. I think they lost one of their ships, then fled. So, yeah, they're not the smartest. Not the smartest of nations by the looks of things. The Southerners have sent another letter of demands. They've now rioted. But we don't care for them! Not in the slightest. Right, we have these guys. Right, let's just fix this building. Get our trade back. What is going on here? How did you end up on fire? We'll fix that as well. Let's get these guys. Let's just send these guys down south. Just have a little peer around. Right, okay, so there is their fleet of 1 ship. So let's go and attack them. Pin them in, so they're not able to do anything. So if they do try and attack us, they've got 1 battle-scarred ship. And it stops them from getting out and taking this army of 3 to wherever they want to take it. They could potentially bring it up here and start raiding, but yeah, by pinning them in there, they now lose that opportunity. The Mughal Empire want a military alliance. What? Why? Why would we ever be allies with you? You're literally on the opposite side of the world. Nah, not really. Not really interested, mate. I mean, I don't understand these nations that decide that they want an alliance with somebody so far away. Like, what do they think we're going to do? Do they actually think we're going to sail from one side of the world to the other to come and help them if they get attacked? Like it would take us about 17 years to get there. It's not really worth it. Oh, we have recruit. Why does he look so angry? Or so, he looks disgusted. He looks like he's just seen something that is absolutely... Look, he's dead. His eyes are dead inside. He looks like Agent 47. Anyway, right. We finally have a rebellion in southern Italy with their, like, half-sized... Right, okay. Attack these guys. I'll resolve that. They only had 1,000 men. They lost 797. We lost 600. They are still going, though. Let's just finish this, shall we? With their 253 men, big Nero Penna shall resolve that. They've still got 90 men. Right, fine, whatever. We can't attack that guy because apparently he is just out of range for our army. Actually, we probably could attack him if we just take certain units. There's no way they can move. The rest of them can move easily. There's only 50 of these guys left. Those guys have some hefty hats. And we shall resolve that. We do kill all... They actually kill more of us than we kill of them, but anyway, we have in fact killed them. So that's that done. Right, so put these guys back in here. And then send them back, and we shall also replenish them. So that's spent pretty much everything that we have. We have a new heir! Clement! Wonderful, okay. A new pope. Wait, that's not really how the pope ship works. You don't just get born into popeship, you get voted into popeship. Oh well. Poland's apparently been killed, and Saxony. Right, yeah, I'm not really sure how that works. How we can be born. I mean, I suppose our pope here, big Pope Pius the Sixth. He is a bit. I mean, he is the mad pope, or the evil pope. So I mean, it is entirely possible that he's just turned the popeship into a dictatorship and has decided that he's now just going to run the joint from here on out. But yes, anyway, apparently our prestige is sublime. It's the first time I've ever seen that. But anyway, so public order, not great. We could potentially look at turning our taxes down now again. We are making okay money. We could potentially look at turning that. It's still absolutely awful, but then again, we don't have anybody in the city to actually stop it from becoming any worse. So yeah, anyway, we have taken out that rebellion, which should hopefully calm things a little bit. But our public order is still not great, but we should hopefully be still making decent money, and it shouldn't be affecting us too bad. Rome is absolutely fine. You know what? We could actually tax the nobles even more. The nobles just love a good bit of tax. They're still loving life. Yes, down here not so much, but they will come under our spell eventually. I mean, it's all foreign occupancy. I mean, we are literally, like, we just come from up the road. It's not like you're getting taken over by some, like, Vikings or something. Anyway, that is what it is. We shall continue on making public order a little bit better than it is, and hopefully sort things out sooner rather than later. We are pinning in the barbarians down here, and yes, that is, I think, all we're going to do this week. It's I mean, to be fair, we've actually taken a step back because we, at the end of last week, had both Tunisia and Tripoli, and now all we have is Naples. But I mean, Naples is a much better city than either of these, so it's it's a bit of a better region. We've got better ports and stuff out of it, so that's always a good thing, and some more trade routes. So yes, not all has been lost, but hopefully when I come back next week, the game won't just decide to crap itself and quit on me immediately. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it could just be the Pope, the mad Pope. Game doesn't like a mad Pope. But anyway, yes, if you've enjoyed this episode, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with all my new stuff. And remember and ding that bell as well so you get notified when I do upload. And I'll catch you guys next week. So until then, cheerio.